Quick introduction of myself, Ron Schell, like it says on the screen, I'm Manager Enterprise Applications at Metropolitan Utilities District. We're a gas and water utility, public utility in Omaha, Nebraska and surrounding area. I've been with SAP for around 20 years, or I should say not with SAP, using SAP for 20 years, and in public utilities for about 26 years total, 13 of them here at MUD. So that's kind of my background real quick. Jumping ahead into this, the reason that we really we were looking for, and Steve kind of touched on it earlier, is we needed to be better at our inventory. We were doing things on paper, and anybody knows anything about paper is, you've got a construction worker comes in, he needs his parts for the day. He comes in, I got to write down a job number. Anybody knows SAP, that job number is 20 digits long, so I got to write that down. Then I got to take the sheet, walk around, get my parts, fill up my bin, hand it to him, and then hopefully I'll write down the right guy's name who just picked up all this material and hand it to him. I put all that on a piece of paper and I hand it to a clerk. At the time we did this, we had 3 clerks, and I had a progress or program, initiative, I should say, to make 3 clerks kind of go down to 2, kind of go down to 1. That was an initiative, kind of how can we be better? And so as we were looking around, what can we do? We knew it needed to be mobile. We knew it needed to be an SAP, and we were just starting. And this was a few years ago. I forget exactly how many years ago. And we needed it, and we wanted to be prepared for a HANA move. And so when we reached out to Havensight, kind of say, okay, let's kind of look at your solution. Let's look at this inventory manager. Let's look at this. What can we do with it? We need to do better inventory. It checked the box. We wanted to see what the benefits were. We got the benefits right away. We had no more paper orders. We had no more paper that had to be taken. After a couple of weeks of training and some QA, QC, which we did all the training, Havensight kind of steered us in the right direction. We did train the trainer. And we took care of that, and that was great because it's an easy application. It was a night and day difference. It's almost as if our inventory was better, our stock was better, we had better real-time notification, because now I didn't have to worry about the interpretation on that piece of paper. That piece of paper didn't have to sit on Stephanie's desk, and she had to look at it and go, oh, I can't read Ron's handwriting again. Let me give Ron a call. Hey, Ron, I can't read, how many of these widgets did you hand out there? And I think it was 5. What's that number say? Oh, it could be 6. You didn't have to worry about handwriting on a piece of paper. That was huge for us. That then opened up the eyes to our auditor and our storeroom to say, you know what? We can probably do a little better on the inventory. And we started doing that. So we started doing better inventory, and we started realizing that, and within 6 months, there's certain inventory that just doesn't move. That why are we carrying this item when right down the street I got a Napa or a parts or whatever it is? And with that, we said, okay, we're going to get rid of this inventory. We're going to return it back to our vendors, or we're going to use it up, get rid of it. And we were able to then create space in our warehouse for inventory we know we needed, new inventory, new products that came in as a utility. We're always trying to stay safe, ahead of the curve on certain things, so we're able to kind of do those things. But recently, with COVID stuff, we're having some supply chain issues, and we're able to see that sooner. We're able to kind of run a little different reporting mechanism to see, okay, hey, we're starting to get a little low on certain piping, certain fittings, certain things like that. We got to make sure we put pressure on our supply chain a little bit so that we can see this real-time inventory movement and get those things kind of moving and say, oh, we know we need to collect more of these. We know we're going to need more fittings. We know we're going to need more excess flow valves. We're going to need something else because we see that slowly going away. Our supply chain's moving. So now we know, hey, on the MRP side, we've got to raise our thresholds. We got to do those kind of things. And then the other big piece of puzzle for us was inventory and the audit. So when we audit, we have the capability now to know, and our biggest auditing piece that we do here is our meters, which is, I think everybody in utility, the meters is the biggest thing. And we're able to audit that, so we know how many meters on our trucks. So we used to do one audit a year, and it always was November. And we were able to kind of look at that and kind of go, okay, I've got this audit, and it just was a paper-based just nightmare. Now we're able to spot check. We're able to do that. We do it 4 times a year now to go from 3 techs down to 2, and now we're really at 1.5 admin techs or admin clerks to enter the data. We eliminate our paper, and the good thing, I enter your application on the phone. He scans the job number. We know that's where that job is going to get charged to, and all those materials are. And then also we forward that worker leaves, he shows me his ID. I got him, so I know that Ron Schell picked up all these material, and that's where it's going to go. So if anybody has any questions, we can say, hey, Ron Schell picked up 50 feet of this pipe and 10-foot fittings and da da da. Where did it go? We can see that. We've got accuracy, we've got accountability, and those are the things that we really wanted to have. When we talk about money, and that's what everybody really wants to know about, I think that if you read the slide, it's going to be, we say around 200,000 a year, and we actually feel it's probably more than that. That's probably a low number. When you look at the personnel that we've saved in just, we got rid of, 1.5, 2 people, and I don't want to say get rid of because we moved that person to somebody else in the company. But we were able to take that. So I saved 2 people, 2 clerks, but I've also made accuracy, accountability a big piece of it. So now my warehouse is better functioning. It's a better, more accurate warehouse. But the process efficiencies and accuracy, about 100,000, that's the one that's always hard to gauge, I feel. And that one I feel really from our side, this product that we got from Havensight, this inventory manager on our phones, that is a bigger piece of the puzzle, understanding of what we're doing. And then the other good thing about it, I know that Steve mentioned it earlier, is bought a couple new buildings, we got a couple new construction centers, and I can roll this out to those storerooms, and those storerooms can have that same functionality as we did in our original 2. We have 2 now, and we'll be able to increase it to 4 or 5 in the very near future without an added cost, other than I need more clerks, iPhones, and things like that. Anytime we've worked with Havensight, I know we've been partnered with them for a long time at MUD. They're always great with support. They're always great coming back and answering questions. They're always great on doing the back end things that you want your partners to do. And that's the other reason that we liked partnering with Havensight and having this application.